Just for you, sorry, just for your question about you both want to join or I joined Eurozone as early as in 2014. Why do you want to? Why are you still keen on Euro when Eurozone has so many problems at the moment? And do you think these problems will be solved by 2014?
I would like to say why it was important for Estonia to join the Eurozone. Some people in Western European countries or somewhere in America, they think that Estonia made a huge mistake. They joined the Eurozone when there are some Eurozone member states in a quite deep crisis. But I would like to say that we are really satisfied with our membership in the Eurozone. Why? Why it was so important for Estonia to join the Eurozone? Just 2 years ago, investors or possible investors, they couldn't trust business environment we had at that time in Estonia. In fact, our state finances were in a quite good shape 2 years ago also, but they couldn't trust Estonia so much to make some investments into Estonia's economy. Why? Because 70% from all the FDIs we bought from our neighboring countries, from Sweden and Finland. And entrepreneurs in Sweden and Finland, they still remember how rate of Finnish mark or Swedish crown were devaluated during the last recession in the early 90s in those countries. They had some doubts, because there was a lot of rumors about possible devaluation of Estonian crown, of Latvian lat or Lithuanian lit. And the only way out from all those rumors about possible devaluation of Estonian crown was to join the Eurozone as soon as possible. Now, Estonia is even more attractive for foreign direct investment than it was 3 years ago. So, and those FDIs, they are creating new jobs in Estonia. They are creating exports in Estonia, and we can say, yeah, we are really satisfied because growth rate in the first quarter in Estonia was 9.5%, on the second quarter 8.4%. So, secondly, Euro is definitely supporting trade with other EU member states. 70% of our exports, they are going to other EU member states. And once again, no currency risks anymore, no doubts anymore. And of course, Euro was really beneficial for our ordinary people. 90% from all the credits in Estonia, they were taken in euros. And when there were those rumors about possible devaluation of Estonian crown, once again, people were getting nervous. They didn't know how much they had to pay back their credits if they will devaluate rate of Estonian crown, as it happened in Iceland, for example, for 50%. Does it mean that instead 50% from their income, so they are paying back to the banks, they have to pay 75% back? But sorry, it's impossible. Now, once again, no currency risks anymore. And of course, Euro is beneficial for all those people who are traveling somewhere in Europe, because they don't have to waste so much money for currency exchange anymore. So, despite those crises that they have in some Eurozone member states, we can say that we are satisfied with our Eurozone membership in Estonia. Sorry, to be so.
Well, I think that Andres will already made a very convincing case for Euro. There is not much to add. We are convinced, so we will join. But in Latvia, we don't see this crisis now as so much as a Eurozone or Euro crisis. It's rather financial and economic crisis in certain Eurozone countries, which are not following basic macroeconomic rules. As by the way, Latvia was not following basic macroeconomic rules, and that's how we went into trouble without having euro. So I don't think euro is a main problem here. Problem here is to follow basic macroeconomic rules, to do prudent fiscal policy, and I think Eurozone is learning its lessons. Sanctions and control mechanisms within Eurozone have been restored. Because before it was for the countries willing to join Eurozone, it was relatively clear. You either fulfill Maastricht criteria or you are not allowed in. Whereas for countries within Eurozone, it was basically a free ride. There were no controls and regulations, and everybody can do whatever it wants, and we see where it has led. So now, those control and sanctions mechanisms are reintroduced or introduced in another form. There is strengthening of Eurozone's and EU economic governance, including from this European semester, so this screening of national budgets to ensure the macroeconomic, how they fulfill macroeconomic stability criteria, and so on and so on. So we do hope that those issues in Eurozone by 2014 will be resolved, or at least it will be clearly seen where it's heading, and it's heading towards the resolution of those problems. And I think we have a good example of Estonia, so we can look what's happened in Estonia after joining the Eurozone, and we still see that it sends a positive signal about financial and economic stability of the country. So all in all, we see there is many reasons to join the Eurozone despite current difficulties.
Well, very briefly, nothing to add really. The question why we're still targeting to join the Eurozone in 2014 when Eurozone has some problems for us is, I have a very simple answer. First of all, personally I trust in the future of the European Union and the future of Europe. And I'm always saying that if you look into the history of the Union, you would see that from the Rome Treaty to Lisbon Treaty, Europe was developing itself from one crisis to another crisis. But always coming out from each crisis becoming stronger and more united. So this is what we expect will happen after this crisis. Second, of course, we in the Baltic States, we trust in prudent and strict fiscal policy. We learned a lot during this crisis. And for us, let's say, master criteria, the criteria of prudent fiscal policy is the highest priority. So again, you can learn from the history of Baltic States. Under Sanchez was able to implement master criteria before the crisis. More or less, maybe inflation was not exactly, but that is why Estonia went through the crisis in an easier way. Not speaking about the measures which needed to be implemented. But the outcome is that Estonia is in Eurozone and we're still not. Valdis showed really very strong leadership and courage during the days, the first half of 2009, and really to stick to very strict fiscal rules at the time was very difficult when everybody around Latvia and around Baltic States was speaking about devaluation. And we see the results of such a leadership and courage now. We see that such a policy, which we can say strict implementation of Maastricht rules, really is giving us very good results. Economies are recovering. So this is an example to other economies also. And besides that, the third point is that if we are looking into the 21st century, into a longer distance, we need to see that the global competition will be really a major factor. And for Europe to be successful in that global competition with China, the United States, and India, and other countries, the answer is very simple. United and single European market with united and single and strong currency. This is the answer.
Thank you very much.